Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Now, before I get into this afternoon's video, if you will, understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. Meaning that anytime I drop you a story, it's guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, yeah, at work, you don't feel like being there, as we so often don't. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Perhaps you're trying to lay down and take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you're listening to or viewing this video, or you're just in the mood for a good old-fashioned true, keyword being true, penitentiary / life story / life experience. This is the channel for you. If you prefer your 8 to 12, 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But at Real Kens TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, with all that being wrapped up into one big old nutshell that is, pause, double pause, there is a message. I had a story that I was going to share with you all, but I decided to put that story on the back burner. Now, before I get into today's story, y'all jump in the comment section, if you will, and let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Let me know your city and state, and, let me know that you're rocking with Real Kens, respectfully. I had a situation last night, and I looked at my Cash App, and which happens to be $Kens 1000. $Kens KENZ 1000. I don't think that I'm gonna put it up on the screen because editing is just not a story that I'm really gonna edit right here. But for you all that just wanted to know that is the Cash App. But in all seriousness, my alert went off on my Cash App, and it was $200. It was $200 from an individual that I didn't recognize. Where did this $200 come from? Now I get Cash Apps randomly, from you all. I don't like to refer to you all as viewers, my friends. We're all friends here. We laugh together. Sometimes we cry together, joke together. We have fun. Sometimes it's time to be serious. So I'm not fully understanding who sent it, but it was like, wow, that's a blessing. That's a major blessing. Probably about an hour later, I get a text message. Hey, Kens, this is, I'll just use the name Joe. It's not really who it is, but I don't want to put this individual's real name out there. This is Joe, man. I sent you that. It's not much, but I really need to talk to you, at your earliest convenience. I know you're busy with work and doing your videos and things of that nature. I really, really need to talk to you. Now, for you all that's saying to yourself, come on, Kens, get to the story. This is part of the story. So just relax. I'm 30 minutes or better, man. Kick your feet up and relax. Sure. You all know that I've been known to give my phone number out, my real phone number. People call me, people text me. My boy, my partner rather, James McElveen. Shout out to James and his daughter, man. I talk to James I hear from James on a regular basis. And there's other individuals that reach out to me just as well. And so I called him, and we were having a conversation, and he proceeded to tell me what I did for him, and I had no earthly clue. I'm dropping 2 videos where I'm actually going to pin 2 videos in the comment section. And it's really one video, but it's a part 1 and part 2. So for y'all that haven't actually watched those videos, get a chance, check them out. And I believe they're titled, When You're Feeling Helpless and You're Ready to Give Up in Life. If that's not the exact title, it's something very, very similar. It was about 7 months ago when I actually dropped those videos. There were videos in which I was telling people more so about me and the things that I had to overcome in life. the gambling, going to prison, just a consistent urge to get fast money. I've come across a lot of money in my life. I guess a lot is subjective to compared to some people. But as far as street money, I've come across, a nice amount of money in life. And the majority of it I squandered away due to gambling. And when I spoke with Joe told me his story. Joe was a very what do you call it? He's professional, but he was successful at a bank. I'll just put it that way. He was at a bank. And his position, was a high he worked very hard to get this position. And so he had access to, credit cards and checkbooks and things of that nature from the bank. Y'all rock with me. Joe was married, beautiful wife, sent me pictures of his family, 4 young kids. They were all relatively close in age. You're looking at 9, I believe 9, 8, 5, and 3, something like that. Please forgive me, Joe, if I didn't get the ages right, but it's something similar to that. As I mentioned, he has this very nice job. He's getting paid handsomely. They got a couple cars, 3 cars to be exact, nice cars. Beautiful home. From the outside looking in, it would appear as though Joe has this perfect life. It was only one problem. Joe was living a secret life. Joe liked to frequent the casinos. Joe liked to gamble. So as the conversation progressed, Joe told me that initially, his game of choice was blackjack. He would play blackjack. He would keep it to a minimum. If he lost a couple thousand, no big deal. Now, that is a big deal, but this is just how the conversation progressed. Joe said that it went from losing a couple thousand to 3,000 or 4,000 to 4,000 or 5,000. See, the thing about gambling, and Joe and I, we both agreed on, is that when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. And you begin to press. You begin to panic. You begin to think about all the losses that you've taken. So even when you find yourself up, $7,000 or $8,000, it's not enough because you're thinking about this 30,000 that you've lost previous, and you want it all back. And you continue to go, and you continue to push the envelope, if you will, to where you lost the whole 7,000 or 8,000 that you were up, in addition to the amount of money that you brought down there with you. Joe mentioned that the savings account was just going down, 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 down. Now, he had a secret account that his wife didn't know about. So he has the family account over here, but his gambling account was totally opposite. Wifey didn't know anything about that whatsoever. All of this money that he has built up, saving his money, investments, also gambling, it starts to dwindle down. Looking at $100,000. Then it's down to 90. No big deal. Then it's down to 80. No big deal. I can get back. I still got 80,000 to work my way back. After all, with gambling, it's kind of like the stock market. You're going to have good times. You're going to have bad times. Some days it's chicken. Some days it's feathers. And it's down to 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Then you look up, their account is totally depleted. Wow. Just lost $100,000, man. All within the time frame of a couple months. I know that feeling oh so well. Be irritated. The mood swings. Not really wanting to be bothered with anybody else. Only thing that you can think about is this 100,000 that you done lost. The only thing you can think about is getting back to this casino and getting my money back. Sure, you have a wife over here. Sure, you have kids over here, and you love your wife and your kids, and but you love the casino more. In your mind, consciously, you're not thinking, I love the casino more than I love my wife and my kids. But in the major scheme of things, you love them more because you're putting the casino over everything else that you have going on in life. Don't judge anybody, Kens. No, that was me. So therefore, I was able to recognize a lot of the things that Joe was telling me. Because again, that was me. I've been there, done that. 100,000 is gone. The wife, she's been recognized. Something's just not right. Your demeanor's not the same. Are you cheating on me? No, baby, it's nothing like that whatsoever. People doing with something's not right. If your mentality is not the same, if your attitude is not the same as you've, always been, a person's going to recognize, especially someone close to you, your parents, your wife, your kids. People are going to know. Joe did an excellent job at hiding it. I mentioned Joe worked at the bank. Great credit. $750,000 house. 3 luxury vehicles. Joe started to take out loans. Got an 800 credit score. Started to take out loans. I got to get this 100,000 back. All of the things that he was doing, once again, wifey had no clue. She knew something was going on, but she thought that maybe he was cheating or, she didn't know anything about this gambling. When he would go to the casino, baby, I got to work late tonight, or I got a business meeting, or I'm going to be home a little late, or, some days he wasn't even going to work. He was going to the casino. The song TLC did, don't go chasing waterfalls. Once it's gone, it's gone. Joe was chasing waterfalls, trying to get back, constantly trying to get back. His credit lines get maxed out. All of the loans that he got, gave it to the casino. Credit cards, he got $20,000, $30,000 limits, $40,000 limit, $50,000 limits. Cash advances, all gone to the casino. What am I going to do now? I have to have a way to get my money back. And I know it just takes one good time, one good day, one good sting. After all, Joe had won a lot of money in one particular city. I know that I can go down there and win 150, 200,000, $250,000. I know that I can. Casino wants you to believe that. Can you? Yeah, you can. You can. But what's the odds of it? You can win the lottery, but what's the odds of you winning the lottery? See, we don't think this way when we're in the moment, when we're experiencing this sort of illogical behavior. It's always, no, I think that I can win. I know that I can do it. See, me, when I was gambling, it wasn't about the rush. See, different people have different reasons. It was about that fast money. And for me, the only way to get fast money opposed to breaking the law and taking penitentiary chances was going to the casino. I didn't give a damn about no rush. I wanted that money, man. I was about that bread. Shout out to my dog, Steve. I know you're on the road somewhere, man. Be safe out there. Truck drivers, man. Shout out to all of y'all, period, man. Dropping them loads, man. Big loads. Double pause. I'm going to just bypass the single pause. I'm going to go straight to double pause, man. Joe's life is falling apart right before his very eyes. Kens, how you going to be joking in the middle of a serious story? Because I have to joke and I have to say things to kind of bring a smile to my face, because it takes me back to a dark space. It takes me back to a dark moment in my life. And you all watch those videos that I'm pinning in the comments if you hadn't already had an opportunity to watch them, and y'all share these videos, because these videos need to, a lot of people deal with addictions, and this is a situation in which this video actually helped someone, and I've had other people tell me that it's helped them just as well. So y'all make sure y'all share the videos. It takes me back to a dark moment in my life, and I go there, so I have to do something to make me smile. I have to do something to make me, just get me out of that space, although I'm talking about that particular space per se. Now you're trying to figure out, okay, we got this money over in the personal account. We got about 80,000 in, but this is the family money. Got about 80,000 in the just my wifey can go in whenever she needs groceries, or she wants anything, or the kids need anything. We got about 80,000 in there. Got about 40,000 in the emergency fund account. I can't touch that, man. I can't touch that, because if I do that, then what's the family gonna do? The wifey's at home taking care of the kids, doing a great job. Shout out to all the ladies that are at home and making sure that them kids are good, man. You got some women that work and come home and make sure the kids are good. Then you got some that stay at home and make sure the kids are good. Whatever the scenario may be, shout out to the women that's out, making sure that those kids are good, man. Every time Joe gets paid, he has bills that he has to pay around the house. He has these high interest, or not high interest loans, but decent interest loans, but he has to make payments. But he has the high interest credit cards because of the cash advances. So he's having to make the bare minimum just to try to, he's robbing Peter to pay Paul. Then he's taking what he has, going to the casino. And he's going in a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Remember what I said earlier. At this point, Joe's a couple $100,000 plus in debt. He has to keep his credit score. He has to, so he's making the very, very minimum payments. And when he goes to the casino and he finds himself up 10, 12, 13,000, he wants it all. He wants that $250,000. I need all this back tonight. This is my night. Some nights he would end up winning, $6,000, $7,000, $15,000. But most nights he didn't, because he's looking for the big score, the big lick. Thing about gambling is we all feel as though we have a formula for it. Man, if I just do this, if I just do that. You know why the house man always wins? Because greed. We're always going to be greedy. We're always going to want more. Come on, kids. If I won 10,000, I'm gone. Yeah, probably initially, but let you continue to gamble. Because if you get 10, you thinking, shit, I can get 20. Y'all rock with me. If I get 20, I can get 40. If I get 40, I can get 80. And so on and so on. When is enough ever really enough? That's the danger in gambling. And then they have the nerve to say this is just for entertainment purposes only, which gambling should just be entertainment purposes only. If you're going to go out on the town and spend $300 or $400, but you say, well, you know what? Let's go to the casino, baby. Let's go. Okay, that same money that you were going to spend out on the town entertaining yourself, spend that at the casino, if that's what you choose to do, which I don't recommend. But if you do, And after that, let it go. But they understand that the average mind, people don't think that way. It's a rush for a lot of people. The allure of hearing those ching ching ching, and the why you think in the casino is always ching ching ching. Then you hear people, yes, yes, yes. You way over here, but you hear a person over there yelling. There's no clocks in the casino. There's no windows in the casino. They want you to lose track of time. Trust me. It's not too much a person can tell me about casinos. People can tell me things. I can learn something every single day. Now I'm speaking to you all as though like this is a little bit different video today, because I'm speaking like as though you're like I'm speaking one-on-one to you. I'm speaking directly to you, like if I'm talking to a person and the camera wasn't here right now, him and I, or she and I, or what have you, we're having a conversation. This is how I'm speaking, because you are my friends, man. Like legitimately my friends. Not my viewers, you're not my subscribers, you're my friends, man. What do you think I give out my phone number? I literally give out my phone number. People call me. Matter of fact, 859-551-5122. 859-551-5122. It's not a business phone. It's not a phone that I have designated just for people that call me from YouTube or what have you. No, that's my number that I utilize every single day. So he's telling me, he's telling me everything that he's dealing with, everything that he's done. I'm just sharing this information with you all. Translating, rather. I can't touch these accounts. It's for the family. He has friends, he has family, they got money. But he's embarrassed, he's ashamed, he don't want to go to them and ask for anything. So when I got this house, but now I don't necessarily want to take out another mortgage on the house or a loan against the house, or my vehicles. I got 2 of my vehicles that are paid for completely. Nice vehicles. Take out a lien against the vehicles. Car title loan shits. One of the biggest scams ever in life. For y'all that don't know, a car title loan is you go into the establishment, if that's what you want to call it. All them motherfuckers should be in the penitentiary if you ask me. Y'all need a loan. They look at your vehicle. It's 2025. Okay, well, you got a 2023, I don't know, let's just say a Camry. Paid for. Has to be paid for. The title has to be cleared. How do I know? Because I've done it. And we're going to touch upon that a little bit later in the video. 2023 Camry, XLE, what is it? Y'all jump in the comments. You got the SL, the XL, the XLE. It's a nice ass Camry. 40,000. That's what it cost. Well, we all know, if you have any sense of finances, any cars depreciate. The average millionaire drives a fucking used car to impress everybody else. So you go and buy this $60,000-$70,000 car with a $1,500 a month car note for what? $1,200 a month car note for what? Lease that shit. Matter of fact, don't even do that. Just buy you this is not a financial video, so we'll get to that at another different juncture in time, if you would. Takes out a loan on his vehicle. Even though this Camry is worth, or you bought it for $40,000, the car place got to make money. The car title loan place got to make money. They know you need money. Yeah, we give you 10. We give you 10,000. The payments is gonna be crazy. When I say crazy, I'm talking about your payments is gonna be, if they loan you 10,000, nigga. Yeah, I said it, nigga, because that's how it is when you really think about it. We're gonna loan you 10 grand and we want 1,200 a month back over the next year. 1,200 a month. Actually, let's rewind that, because I totally said that wrong. We're gonna loan you 10 grand, a 12-month loan, and we want 2,200 a month back. Or you can bring the money in within, 30 days or 60 days or what have you, and pay it totally off. So the 10 we gave you, you might pay, 11,500, maybe 12,000 if you can pay it off within the first 30 to 60 days. But if you can't and you stretch it out over the course of 12 months, this is what you're going to pay. You thinking, man, I'm going to go to this casino, I'm going to sting their ass, I got 10 grand, I'm going to go sting their ass, and I'm going to come back and pay this shit off, and everything's going to be everything, that I'm going to work on doing this, I'm going to take the extra money and work on getting everything back that I lost. Irrational, criminal thinking. Although at this particular time, Joe wasn't a criminal at this particular moment in time, but this is how his thinking occurred. Some shit in the brain and in your mind. What's it called? Y'all jump in the comments and let me know. Dopamines. What is it? I don't know exactly what all the terminology is. I've heard it before, but it's been so long I can't remember. And this video was just kind of like off my heart, off my spirit. I didn't even know I was going to do this video. But there's some dopamines, something in your mind, and it balances and chemical balances in your mind. And, I'm not very skilled in that area, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So y'all let me know exactly what I'm trying to say. Loses that 10 grand. He goes back with the other vehicle. Gets another 10, 12,000. Loses that money. Let's recant this story. As far as the finances. 100,000 in his secret account, gone. All his credit cards that he had, 800 credit score, all that money that he was able to, do the cash advances, gone. The loans that he was able to get, gone. Loans on his vehicles, title loans, gone. Think about a loan, you still owe money. They didn't give you this money. They calling you, man. They the biggest gangsters in the world, man. They gonna call your phone and call your phone and call your phone. I done had one show up to my job before. This whole process, Joe, he started drinking heavily. He needs something to take the, like, I can't handle this on my own. I need to do something. I need to take the stress off, to take the pressure off. He gets to drinking. In the meanwhile, things at home have vastly gotten worse. Him and wifey are barely interacting. She's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah, he still loves his kids. He's interacting with his kids, but his mind is always on everything that's going on over here as far as all the debt that he's placed his family in. And once again, Wifey didn't have any inclination that it was gambling. So now you got the gambling, now you got the drinking. Things is not going right with you and your wife, so y'all not really getting it in. So now you're watching porn. Now Joe did say like he wasn't like excessively watching, but he's watching porn to get himself, satisfy himself. Because wife ain't gonna give you none if ain't, you got to make wifey happy. No more money. What am I gonna do now? What can I possibly do now? Now Joe gets to borrowing from his family, his friends. Iron sharpens iron. Joe got money, so he's around people that got money. Not necessarily rich. Some may be. I don't know. Because what is rich? He's borrowing from his friends, family, making up these elaborate stories about taxes and IRS froze his account and his accounts got hacked and every story under the sun that you can make up. Nobody really doubted him at first because people knew him to be a responsible individual that made a lot of money. So yeah, I can see how that would happen. Every time Joe got some money, he's going to the casino, 20, 30, 40,000, losing it. Know all about it, man. Once again, rock with me. Shout out to JVTV 2323. I believe that's the name. And if it's not, I'll get it right next time. So go check his channel out, man. Very good friend of mine. He's in Florida. Son named Trey. On a wrestling team. And yeah. Very nice young man. Nice family. He's gonna be great. You're gonna hear that name if you're in the wrestling world or what have you. Trey. Every time Joe gets some money, he's taking it to the casino and he's losing it. Even when he wins, for instance, he may go and come up 20,000. Well, that's a lot of money to your average individual, but not when you're in the hole 400,000. Okay, I won 20. Okay, it's an opportunity I got. Then you go back the next day or the following day and you lose that and the amount that you brought. See the trend, see the actual pattern. Gets to the point to where Joe can't go to family anymore because he's already extended. He can't go to anybody else. He still refuses to touch this money because this is my family. I'm about my family, so I'm not going to touch this money. I don't care. I'm not going to touch this money in the savings account and the emergency account. He begins to sell certain things. He's convincing wifey, we don't need this. We don't need that. He's starting to sell certain things. That's only going to get you so much money. I got to give me a minute because this really, really just takes me back. Takes me back to the just the emptiness that you feel when dealing with addiction. The pain that you cause everybody else around you. Forget yourself for a second. Everybody else around you that you create and cause pain to. Joe takes out a second mortgage on his house. Takes that to the casino and loses it. Somehow I guess he's able to take out another loan or mortgage against his house. Takes that to the casino and loses it. Now, when I say he loses it, sometimes he's losing it all in one night. Sometimes he's going and he might win, and then the next couple nights he loses, and then he wins and he loses, but ultimately he loses. Now you owe this money on the house. Got car title loans, credit cards. Personal loans. Personal loans, when I say personal loans, there's two types of personal loans. Personal loans from the banks, and then you got loans from the your loved ones. Whole world is just crumbling before his very eyes. Starting to miss days, more days at work. No matter what happens, I'm not touching my family's money. I don't care what happens to me. It's about my family. Make sure that his life insurance was paid. Some bills, some things have to go. It's hard to maintain all those payments. See, these businesses, they're legalized loan sharks. So when you go to these check cashing places and you borrow $400 and they want 15%, 17%, $17 at 17% on every 100 that you borrow. So if you borrow $400, what is that you owe back? I don't know what, 468? Don't seem like a lot, but the thing is, the average person is not going to be able to pay back 468. So then you go and pay back that money, but then you re-borrow, and that's how they keep you on the hook. That's what they do. How they stay in business. Crooks. Same thing with these car title loans. Same thing with these rent-to-own places. Same thing with these buy here, pay here car lots. They're all crooks, but it's legal to do and extort people. It's legalized extortion. Well, we didn't. Nah, hold on, Kens. Now, by God, I'm going to tell you right now, by God, I own a buy here, pay here lot, and we don't make these people come down. They come down on their own, by God. Yeah, but the thing about it is, when you desperate, you do desperate things. If you starving, and you go to McDonald's, and a number Big Mac meal, they charging $150 for it, and you got the money to pay it, guess what? You starving. You have no other options. I'm going to go pay this $150. Did anybody make me go pay this $150? No, but I'm starving. I don't have any other option, so I'm going to pay this money to eat. I'm for the people, man. That's why when I did my crimes, which I don't do anymore, but when I did my crimes, man, I hit every bank and credit union that I could hit up. Fuck them. Y'all want to charge a motherfucker $350 at the ATM machine just because I don't use your machine? And that don't seem like a lot, but when you multiply that, because you're a big conglomerate. So you got 100,000 people, they go to an ATM machine and they spending $350. Yeah, that adds up. 350,000 a day, and that's happening every day. They make all type of money off of us, fees, and so my attitude then was fuck them. Yeah, I'm gonna hit these motherfuckers. Still my attitude, to be honest, I just don't do dirt anymore. I don't do crime anymore. Chose life, man. It's crumbling. Wife still don't know exactly what he's doing. He's very smart and strategic. So she don't know, but she just knows something. So the distance is between them, and at this point, all the money's gone. I know that feeling all so well. All the bread is gone. Took out mortgages on the house, that's gone. Then you start to take from the emergency fund. Well, wifey won't see this because this is over here. The emergency fund that Dave Ramsey so often talks about, that's gone. And you start eating into the savings account. 10,000 here, 10,000 there, 15,000. Wife's is seeing this shit. That's Not all the way gone, but it's vastly depleted. But you do have some sort of conscience. You do have some sort of, man, I can't do this to my family. They got to have something. Several months goes past. Can't keep up with all these payments. Things become a delinquent, late. Credit goes totally downhill. Your credit is already going to go downhill anyway because of your utilization. See, a lot of people don't understand utilization. And I'm going to start a credit channel, man. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to start a credit channel. Utilization, you got a credit card. You got a $10,000 limit. Don't carry no $7,000 or $8,000 balance because it's going to keep your score down. You use credit because you want to use it, not because you have to use it. And the companies look at it and say, okay, well, if this person is carrying a $7,000 or $8,000 limit or balance rather with a card that only has a $10,000 limit, then they're living off of credit. So if they lose their job or if they get sick or anything happens, they're not going to be able to pay this. The $10,000 card, $200-300, pay it off. $200-300, pay it off every couple weeks. Your limit will continue to rise and your credit score will continue to rise. But when you have those high utilizations on your cards, that's why your score is so low. You know, I had to, throw that in. Anything for the people to help the people. And you all are my people. Y'all rock with me. Money's gone. I work at the bank though. I got a bank credit card that I've been here for a while. You get to getting cash advances and figuring out ways to maneuver in a room full of vultures or what have you, and you're getting money off the bank credit cards and the checks, and you're working the books and you're balancing things so it doesn't look bad. And you lose all of that money. Now you owe the bank. You lost everything. $500,000. You a $500,000 ticket in the hole. Probably more than that. Urban Dictionary meal ticket, $1 million. More than that, really. And the feds is coming for you. You're going to find yourself on, what's that show, American Greed or some shit. You leave, a little 25, 30,000 in the family account or whatever. So, wife, kids can maintain. Several months goes past. Any money that you can get, you didn't got to the point to where you're going to check advance places. Lost that little money. Can't file bankruptcy. You can't. You're hit. This is what Joe's telling me. I didn't know what I was gonna do, Kens. I just wanted to take my own life, man. I wanted to literally take my own life. I went from being a success to a straight disappointment. Ultimately, Joe's job found out about, the money that he had been trying to, that he not been trying to, the money that he had been taking. He was let go from his job. Luckily, they didn't prosecute him. They told him, if you don't pay this money back within a certain amount of time or whatever, we're going to prosecute you. Certain people, man, people at the job, and they're not going to treat you as though they would treat other people. So they didn't prosecute him, but they let him go. Now he doesn't have a job. Has all his debt. Ready to take his own life. Been there, done that. Eventually the people came. They lost the house. They lost the 2 cars that he had the cash advances on. Or the, not the cash advances, but the car title loans. Credit score just went to the basement. Know all about that just as well. Everything that he built, everything he worked hard for was just gone just like that. Wife left. She moved back in with the parents. He's drinking, as I mentioned. Watching porn. Said he wasn't really watching porn like that, like on a all day type basis, but he just, he mentioned that to me. Didn't want to live anymore. Real Kens, I didn't have the courage to take a gun and take myself out. But I was going to drive over a cliff. I knew a cliff, and I was going to, at least my family would get the insurance money. And I've been contemplating for a couple of days, drowning in my own sorrows, drinking, crying. Wife don't want to have anything to do with me. At this point, she understands what's going on because they lost their home. $750,000 home, gone. 2 luxury vehicles, gone. 800 plus credit score, plummeted, gone. Credit cards, everything, gone. Personal relationship, bank relationships, gone. Job, gone. That's what addiction will do to you. Had it all plotted out, Kens, real Kens. I had the night set up. I had everything that I was going to do. I couldn't leave a note. Because if I leave a note and then the insurance company sees it and they're not going to cover suicide. So I wanted to make sure that my family got back everything that I lost. 4 little kids that grew up without a father from this point on. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if it was God, I don't know. But I stumbled across your video. I'm not gonna lie to you, real kids. I didn't watch prison content. I don't know how your video came across. All I know is that it did. And you were talking about a lot of different things. But you was talking about the main thing that resonated with me. I'm Joe speaking right here. The main couple of things that really, really resonated with me was when you talked about how you was walking. Y'all give me a second, because I get emotional, man. When you was walking on that bridge, man. And your life was in shambles, just like my life is in shambles, Kens. The shame that you've caused the shame that you've cost your family and your kids and your loved ones and people that really looked up to you and loved you and still do love you. It becomes so overwhelming to where you want to take the easy way out. And he talked about how, and you all will see if you all watch these videos that I'm, again, pinning in the comment section. I was at the bridge and I was at my wit's end and I was ready to jump. Literally. And one of my best friends in the whole world, just out of the blue, man, it's 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. It could have been later. I don't know the exact time, but it was late. And he drives past and I see a car stop and he backs up and he's Kens, man. Is that you? See, that was God, man. My higher power is God. Yours may not be. And there's nothing wrong, but I'm just saying my higher power is God. Jesus Christ. And he talked me off the ledge. Joe went on to speak about another time to where once I knew that I was going back to prison and there was no way that I could actually, I had no other tricks up my sleeve. I couldn't beat it. And I'm in the car. I'm in my truck that I eventually lost to the car title place that Joe spoke of, gambling, for $1,000. $1,000, man. Nice ass Nissan Xterra, man. It's raining. Windows are foggy. I stopped at the store and got me a Deuce Deuce. Deuce Deuce is a beer Probably, I don't know what kind it was. Bud Light or some shit. Sitting in the car, and I got a gun with me, man. Years ago though. I'm gonna take myself out once again, man. I don't want to go back to prison, man. I know that it's over with. I'm within range to where I can see the house, and I see the police pulling up, raiding the house. They don't see me, but I see them. I'm parked like way down the street, but I see them. Two situations occurred. I'm sitting in the car. My partner pulls up. Dude I've been cool with, been cutting my hair since we was 15, 14 years old. He just happened to see my truck. He pulls up. Man, you all right? What's good, man? You good? You cool? Like, yeah, I'm cool. And it was odd that he recognized my truck because, as I mentioned, the windows, first of all, my windows were tinted, and then it was fog all over not fog, but you know how it gets when it's raining and you couldn't see anything. I roll down the window. Man, what's up, man? You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just chilling, man, just thinking. All right, man, you straight? Yeah, I'm straight. He goes past. Shout out to my dog Arved, man. Arved Young. Cuts my hair, man. Been cutting my hair, like I said, since 14, 15 years old. So I'm sitting there. I can't do this no more. I'm gonna take myself out, man. I'm not trying to go back to prison no more. Fuck that. Go rock with me. I'm gonna get through this video, man. We're gonna get through this video. Thinking about all the people that I hurt. All the people that I lied to, that I stole from, that I not literally stole, but still you stealing. You making up a story of why you need this money. Stealing is stealing. All the people that I just disappointed, and yet they still love me. See, one of the biggest, they often say that disappointing a person hurts a person more than anything else in life. People that believed in you and trusted you. I'm sitting there and I got this, and I'm just like, man, no more. I ain't have no insurance policies. I ain't have none of that. And as I'm sitting there in my truck, sitting there in the truck, drunk my little dude. It don't take much. I'm not a big drinker, so it don't take much. I'm going to go and just take myself out. I can't do it. I can't deal with this no more. Y'all seen the movie Django? When the slave had ran away and he was up in the tree hiding. They had the dogs barking, and they was trying to get him out of the tree. Mr. Show Candy. I just can't fight no more, Mr. Show Candy. I just can't take it no more. That's how I feel. I just can't take it no more. Don't you go playing with my soft heart. Now, you come on out that tree now. Anybody gonna pay me my $500? I will. Dr. Schultz, I will. You will? Again, I got to make light of things because I get emotional going back to my past. I'm on YouTube, so I can only say things a certain type of way. But when I was getting ready to really My phone goes off. Initially, I'm ignoring the phone. I'm not even looking down at the phone. I hear it, and my phone's going off, and I'm just really like tears, like streaming down my eyes, man. I can't see them coming down my eyes, so I gotta let this song cry. And the phone continued to ring and ring to the point to where I looked down, and it said, "Mama." The only person in my life that has never, ever left my side. And when she did, it was tough love. Because, son, I've told you, I've tried to show you, I've helped you. So at some point you have to learn on your own. I ain't no daddy coming up. Rest in peace to him. We made amends, when I was older. But I ain't no daddy. It was all about my mama, man. And as much as I didn't want to answer the phone, you feel compelled to. You see mama calling, you got to answer the phone no matter what the situation is. And I answer the phone. And I just boo-hoo. I want y'all to rock with me. Because I am going to get through this video. And I'm not hiding. And I said, Mama, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with this. I'm a disappointment. I'm sorry. And I can't do this anymore. And she gets to talking to me like a good mother would. And basically told me to face your fears, face your responsibility, face the things that you've done in life, and don't run from it. Because you have people that are really out here that are cheering for you, that are wanting you to win. Don't take the cheap route out, son. I love you. I don't approve of what you've done. See, my mother comes from, it was 9 or 10 or 11 of them. I don't know. It was a lot of them. Grew up very, very poor. Very poor. My granddaddy was in the military. My grandmother was from Alabama. And they met. They grew up very, very poor, didn't have nothing, didn't get nothing for Christmas. My granddad, and he was a disciplinarian. He was mean. He wasn't mean later on in life, but back then he was mean. So they came from nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. Working at 13, 14 years old just to buy themselves school clothes and shoes and babysitting, whatever they had to do. So, son, this is not the way. Once again, I was talked off the ledge, faced my fears, went on to that house like my mama told me to do. Hold on, man. Y'all can stop searching the house because this was my girl's house at the time. It's, here, man, she ain't got nothing to do with this. It's me. Locked me up. They was going to let me go. And what was so painful, my daughter's birthday was 2 days the next day. And I said, detectives, if y'all just let me stay out for 2 days, I turned myself in. I've already called my PO. And told her that I was going to turn myself in, which I wasn't even wanted. But I was going to violate myself because I was on parole. And she was like, well, you've been doing so well on parole. I was like, no, I don't want to be on parole no more. So they called my PO to validate the story, to validate. And let's rewind it. They called my PO to validate the story. And she was like, yeah, he did call me or whatever. So I was like, I ain't running. I ain't, but I do want to at least be out for my daughter's birthday because, like, I was facing some very, like, criminal syndicate, which is organized crime. That's some serious, serious shit. I ain't know when I was going to be back out again. And the detective tried to take advantage of my vulnerability. Yeah, I validated your story, but we need some information, okay? You want us to work with you, you work with us. Give us this. Let us know this. Let us know. Man, I don't know nothing. All right, it's your daughter's birthday. Man, this ain't the time for that, detective. I'm already turned myself in or whatever. Nah, you got to give us this or we going to take you in. We're going to take me in because I ain't no motherfucking rat, man. And y'all can look me up. It's not hard. I ain't no motherfucking rat. I did what I did because I did what I did. I'm facing 20 to life. Took me to jail. So I really, really understand what Joe is dealing with and what Joe is going through. Based upon everything that I just told you all, Joe said, man, I heard your testimony. I heard what you said. For whatever reason, your video came across my, I was able to see your video. I seen it. And since then, I've got me another job. I don't make what I used to make, but I got me another job. I'm making payments towards the restitution towards the company that I took money from. They didn't prosecute me. So he was able to avoid being a felon. I'm not all the way back with my family, with my wife, but they're, we're working towards that. I got some money saved up. I haven't been to the casino. I haven't gambled. And I just want to thank you, bro. It's a small, small token of my appreciation. And I want to send you this. And I just thank you for everything that you do, your knowledge, your wisdom. From that, I went back and watched a lot of your videos, and I see that you're really like trying to help people. Yeah, that's my goal. A lot of YouTubers are liars. Yeah, I said it. I don't care about being politically correct. It's all about the money. You think I can't make up a story? Trust me, I can easily make up a story. But that's not what I'm here for. I want to genuinely help people to be better, to do better. Kens, you should be at 100,000 subscribers easily right now. Hey, that's not my call, man. My call is just to help people, man, and share my life experience. And sometimes people send me stories and I share their stories. Joe's doing very well right now. I can't promise you, Kens, I'm not going to gamble tomorrow, but what I can tell you is I haven't gambled today. And he's building that trust, that foundation, because everything starts with a foundation. When you build a house, I don't give a damn if you got a $50 million house. If your foundation ain't right, man, that shit don't mean nothing. Because when the storms come, all that shit is just blown right off the, you know what I mean? Your foundation is what it really, really comes down to. I'm glad I was able to get through this video because I knew that it would be difficult. I'm a kid that came up, man, that I ain't had no criminal record. I ain't come up with no money, but I just came up just doing the right thing. I was poor, but I wasn't poor, but what is poor? I didn't have a lot, but I didn't know that I didn't have a lot at that time. I would see people in Jordans and Cross Colors, and Cross Colors is an urban brand that if you know, you know. If you don't, then Google it. I didn't have none of that shit. And my shoes was coming from Shoe Carnival. I'm walking around with British Knights, and I'm making the best of what I had. Well, I'm seeing other people wearing Jordans, and like I said, you know, just high-end clothing. I didn't get in trouble as a kid. It wasn't until I was an adult, a young adult, and I started gambling, going to the casinos, and winning a lot of money. And I'm thinking this is how life is supposed to be. If you have an addiction issue, please, I implore you, get you some help. Get you some help, man. Because it only goes down, it don't go up. Get you some help. Sometimes you run across people that were able to just stop on their own, and they just, but damn, just broke motherfucking glasses. So y'all guys send me, hold up. I just broke my glasses, right? So, $sign Kenz, Kenz 1000. Once again, that's my Cash App. I gotta get me some more glasses. Because the motherfuckers is broke. Get you some help before it's too late. Because once it's too late, it's too late. We got through this video, you all. I know it was a little long. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but we got through it. We got through it. It's painful. But sometimes the uncomfortable conversations need to be had. Shout out to Joe. I'm proud of you. Him and I have a personal, we're going to keep in touch anytime that he has an issue. Because I don't go to casinos anymore. I still bet on a game or two. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's not, you know, $50, $100, you know. But everybody can't do that. I would recommend don't do it, period. Shout out to you, Joe. Once again, I'm proud of you, man. And I'm glad that you reached out to me, however you want to, you know, pronunciate it. And thank you for you all that are viewing this video and that rock with me. I love each and every one of, I see all of your comments. I just can't respond to them all. I guess I could. But logically, I see it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Real Kens TV. Hopefully y'all like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action, this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Love you all.